Dear learners, this is the second video based on the module Learning Skills. The world has changed drastically and has moved beyond read, write, arithmetic to adopt the four C's, which are critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication as the new learning skills. In this video, we will learn more about critical thinking. First of all, we shall begin with the definition of critical thinking, and given here is the P21 definition of the same. Here, critical thinking is defined as the ability of a person to reason effectively as per the demands of the particular situation. It is important to scrutinize and understand the importance of the parts that make the whole. Before making decision, a person should be able to acquire, evaluate, and compare a lot of information, knowledge, experience, etc. One should be able to accommodate and understand different perspectives before arriving at a conclusion. An open approach should be adopted in all the stages of thought, and the final decisions should prove effectively. Let us now be more specific and see how important critical thinking is for learners to excel. Critical thinking is important for learning to perceive and understand concepts and subjects, thus making it an important aspect in higher education. It is a major contributor to career success. We must understand that all the habits of the mind, such as understanding, analyzing, reasoning, problem solving, etc., are as important as the subject knowledge itself. Critical thinking is also important in the development of other major skills such as deeper concentration, better analytic abilities, and improved thought process. The 21st century learners have to go through a large amount of information from different sources in their everyday life. Hence, critical thinking becomes very important to them to compare between competent claims and make the right decision. They have to attend to different areas such as education, health, finance, etc., and decisions in such areas matter a lot. There are researches that support the fact the critical thinking ability is one of the top skills that are brought by employees. Critical thinking affects a lot of other areas. One can become a creative thinker only when he or she is able to think critically. When a person thinks critically, he or she attempts to generate thoughts of the finest quality. The thoughts go through many stages of assessment and evaluation before the final thought is produced. The critical thinking ability is also important for information literacy, which is how a person acquires, processes, and evaluates the information which is provided. It is important because in today's world, it is hard to differentiate between information and misinformation. Critical thinking is not limited to just one mind. A group of people can collaborate to invest their thoughts on a particular project and thus create an outcome that might be far better than the products of individual efforts. Let us now see how the modern day learners can develop the critical thinking skills. There are ample classroom and general resources which are available both online and offline that encourage critical thinking. The first step of the learners is to identify such resources and use them on a regular basis. These resources will be helpful in developing and improving the critical thinking abilities. These must be incorporated into the learning environment. The learners must be challenged with demanding situations that compel them to think critically. The learners must undergo regular tests to assess and evaluate their critical thinking abilities, which check the different abilities such as reasoning, problem solving, decision making skills, etc. This brings us to the end of this video. Do watch the next video to more about communications as a learning skill. Thank you.